Let's go gambling! Let's go gambling!
Yeah, it doesn't do it through the bot, it does it through me. I'm speaking. Utoto tsuratsura ga kita. Your sleepy witch has descended from the stars. Hello, hello, starshines. It is I, your Saturnian star caller sheep, Sleepy Stellaria, here to soothe your hearts and help grant your wishes. My goodness, we're still rolling the dice. Happy Monday. Snacks for everyone. We are back with the updated demo of SAINTESS of the Golden Bow by Transparent Games, because they have a new demo out for Steam Next Fest. So if you already wanted to check it out and didn't do it last time we played, now would be the time to do it, because they put like an hour or so more content into this demo. Yeah, so they said that it even picks up wherever you were, so we're gonna go where we were. What is happening over there? Oh, the starshines. Oh my goodness. And Choco's riding for some reason. Probably because I want to eat him, but let me see. Oh, thank you for the hug. Why is your sleepy bot not doing anything today, by the way? Why is it me today and not my bot? I'm doing everything. I don't need a bot. I don't need anything. I'm a strong, independent streamer that doesn't... Yeah, exactly. Your sleepy bot needs a break. I had my break. Here we are. Let me say hello. Hi, Wilty. Hi, Kami. Hi, Honda. Hi, Yama. Hi, Yor. Hi, JC. Hi, Choco. I think I saw Riley up there. Sometimes I get lost in the chat. I just sit here and go like this while I'm waiting. Only Yama can riot. Yama is our designated rioter. Not to be mixed up with Riot Games. I do hope everyone is having a good start to their week, though, and a good end to their February. I posted about homework that is due at the end of the week. Yama is Riot Games. I can't believe this. Also, hi, Nimby, over on YouTube. I know I wasn't live yet, but hello. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna get my memes as well. Yes, I'll take it. We take those. Where is your sleepy bot? Where is your sleepy bot? Isn't here. She's not here. Your sleepy bot is actually off the clock, apparently. Who would have known? Who would have known? I don't know where, I don't know why. But with our updated SAINTESS of the Golden Bow demo, I also have a little command for now. That if you want to get some links to the Steam page or the Kickstarter and you want to reference me, there you go. It's got my name in it. That's me. I'm actually just going to pin that. Yeah. I'm excited to get to play more because we all know we're kind of eyeing up the Mad Prince, right? That's probably going to be the sleepy pick in the end. Let's be real. Especially if we get some banter in here. I mean, come on. I think we actually did meet him when we played the demo the first time. But my save file was from the ceremony. So we're just going to continue from there. Oh my gosh. Stop this. Stop this. Your sleepy bot is on a break. Yeah, TTS, so I looked into what the issue was because we know it's been offline for a bit. And what I use for TTS, Twitch is actually updating its API apparently. And what I use for TTS, they have to recode some stuff so that it's compatible. So it's down for now. I'm keeping an eye on any updates though. Maybe other services would just be up and running, but the way I do our gotcha starshine call with the randomized colors, I don't think most of the ones I know would work for it. But I'm keeping an eye on that. I did find out what the problem is, at least. We know it's not just a question mark. We know it's because they're working on it. Good to know, at least. Good to be aware. Now we know what's going on. Oh, cracking my back? Oh my gosh. TTS will be missed in the interim. Fuck, what is it? Nah. Don't worry about that. No. It's okay. But yes, we're gonna pick up. Well, first I'm gonna also do my tarot because everyone else did theirs, okay? Everyone else did theirs. I'm gonna do mine. You two forgot. Three of Pentacles, believe it. Witchy sleep 20 for 30% off. Oh my gosh. Speak.exe. Yes, do not forget to try out Your Sleepy. Insert digits here for advanced GG. That's the best I could do for Starshine voice. But small recap on SAINTESS of the Golden Bow. Celine is reincarnated into her favorite BL novel as Celeste, who is supposed to die. However, it turns out that she is the fated Saintess instead and is going to live on. Hi, Scully. Ayo. Six of Swords. Not actually a bad sword. Not actually a bad sword. So that's kind of our update. You have an important question for the game. I might have an important answer for your important question. What is BL? BL is boys love. It is yaoi. But in the West, we sometimes just say BL. Sometimes you just say BL in some places. It's not, yaoi everywhere. So, yaoi. That is an important question. If you don't know, BL is boys love. Yaoi is old man yaoi BL. I mean, it can be. It can be. House is BL. I think BL is also man love, right? I think we could say that. I think that would count. I think that would count. Severance is okay. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Don't get me started. But yes, for this week, I'm streaming this. I got media review, and then I will be saving my spoons for Monster Hunter. To be honest. I finally feel less sick, at least, though. I think I'm finally done being, flu sick. I've kind of just been bleh. But now I'm here, and we're going to continue this. We're going to continue this from here, where we are awakened as the Saintess. Sweetness energy did heal me. Sweetness, my beloved. I went back a little bit to just where we're going to touch the golden bow, because it is our 18th birthday. Everyone has to do this ceremony on their 18th birthday. I take a deep breath and step onto the podium, reminding myself I shouldn't expect anything. I put my hand on the weapon. Yama, you're so right. You're so right. You're so right. For a moment, nothing happens. But then... Ooh, the bow glows. It's like getting brighter and brighter with each second. I'm struggling to remember, were there sound effects in the first version of the demo? It seems a little more polished. The light feels scorching hot. I close my eyes, worrying I'll go blind if I don't. Let me know if that gets too loud or too quiet. You must fight on. I hear the angelic voice again. Was the bow the one speaking to me when I reincarnated? Or was it the god of light himself? The thought that I may have been addressed by a deity is frightening. No, no, no. Gods aren't real. You're not religious, Celine. The golden bow. The burning light makes my skin feel like it's on fire, so I take my hand away from the bow. But my hand continues burning, the searing pain climbing on my arm to my chest. Ah! I scream. My head is spinning. The pain is too much for me to handle. I want it to stop. Stop, stop, stop! I'm on fire. I'm dying. Not again? Really? You're gonna lose your Completo jar privileges. Lady Celeste! Sister! Levi and Eurydice are calling to me, but I don't have the strength to respond. While she's dying, Kami. Come on. My consciousness fades, darkness taking me into its comforting embrace. Also, yes, she does know she isekai'd into her favorite novel. She does know. She knows she was supposed to die. And yet... Well, her character was supposed to die. Gods aren't real? Oh, true, true. You're right. Because... at least in this world, gods are real, even if they weren't in her reality, right? So, in this reality, she should know they are. You're right. I can't believe she got crushed by a giant Completo jar. No, but you're so right. You're so right, actually. I guess maybe she wasn't convinced that this was all real. You know, maybe she thought she was having, like, a really vivid dream. I'm not sure. Ugh, I feel so groggy. I'm in the guest room of the apartment that was assigned to our family when we first arrived at the palace for the ceremony. The impersonal decor makes the place feel cold and unwelcoming. I know the room is supposed to look grand and elegant, but I don't feel home in here at all. Lady Celeste can't be the Saintess of the Golden Bow. The role is too dangerous for her. I turn my head to the left. Levi and Eurydice stand by the door. Neither of them notice I'm awake. Just imagining her going on the dangerous quest to defeat the Demon Queen makes me terrified for her life. Reminder that when Celeste is supposed to die in the original story, Levi here, our knight, was actually the one chosen by the Golden Bow instead. But since we're still alive, I guess we are the Saintess instead. We have to stop the Church and Empress from declaring her to be the Saintess. Levi. It's not for us to decide who the Saintess is. Neither is it the choice of the Church or the Empress. It's the God of Light who singled out Celeste to be the savior of our empire. This must be some kind of mistake. Levi, you're committing blasphemy here. You can't go against God's wishes. But Lady Celeste is... Look, I know you're worried for my sister, but please mind your words. If someone other than me hears your opinion about God's choice, you may get in trouble. So I really am the Saintess of the Golden Bow?
We said the title! We said the title! Title drop! We did it!
Title drop! I speak up, not believing my own words. Levi and Eurydice turn to me. Eurydice runs up to the bed and takes my hand in hers. Wop, wop, wop! Celeste, you're awake. How are you feeling? Fine, I think. Just a little bit tired. You really scared us in the chapel. You screamed like someone was tearing you apart. The light of the bow entering my body felt like it was burning me. That sounds horrible. Tears well up in Eurydice's eyes. I squeeze her hand, trying to comfort her. I glance behind her to where Levi still stands by the door. He has a defeated look on his face. When he notices me watching him, he finally approaches the bed, standing behind Eurydice. I can't be the Saintess. It was supposed to... I cut myself off when I realized I almost just said that Levi was supposed to be chosen as the saint. I can't tell them what happens in the book. They don't even know they live in a fictional world. For some inexplicable reason, the Golden Bow, or the God of Light himself, has chosen me instead as the savior of the Lokari Empire. Why me? How could this happen to me? I made my mistake. I ponder out loud. I'm so confused. I don't want to be the Saintess. Why has the story suddenly changed so much? I only did my best to survive. Did the fact that I wasn't slain by the demon really create such a severe butterfly effect? Or had I already been chosen at the moment of my reincarnation? I remember the angelic voice of the bow sounding just like the voice I heard after dying in the accident as Celine. I'm sure you'll do fine. You're excellent in archery. Eurydice smiles through her tears, trying to reassure me. I'm not as confident about my fighting skills as Eurydice is. Celeste may have been good at the bow, but I can't access her full abilities. Judging by my handwriting, I could only manage the bare minimum of what she could do. I'm not proficient in any of her skills. Wow, way to talk about rolling the dice with your reincarnation. Ooh. I only know how to use the bow somewhat from my experience as Celine in middle school. This whole situation is so depressing. No, I mustn't lose heart. I have to stay strong and face my fate head on. Not the nat 20. What's gonna happen to me now? The Empress has summoned you for an audience. 3 hours from now. What does the Empress want with me? Eurydice wipes her tears away. She didn't say, but we think she intends to personally congratulate you on your new role. Alright, I suppose I should start getting ready then. Let me check something really quick. If it's a 20, what is it supposed to do? Nothing? It didn't work. Okay, well, nat 1 will still time you out, I think, but... I have to fix the nat 20 effects. First, High Priest Elijah requested to check on you as soon as you woke up. Check on me? With his light magic, he wants to see if your body and mind are alright after being touched by God's grace. I'm feeling okay, but I suppose I shouldn't turn away a member of the church. Not complying with their wishes might be dangerous now that I'm somewhat part of that organization. The reality is so overwhelming that I would really prefer to be alone now. But there's no time for me to mull over what has happened. The chance to break down will come later, after everyone goes to sleep. Girl! You're so real for that. Oh no! My goodness. Okay, you can tell the High Priest I'll see him. I'll go bring him here. Real ones cry after the others are asleep. That's right! Levi turns around and walks out of the room in long strides. Eurydice gives me a comforting smile. Everything's gonna be okay. I hope so, too. Silence falls between us, but it's a cozy, warm kind of quiet. I get the feeling that no matter what happens, Eurydice will support me. I envy Celeste for having such a great sister and friend. Well, she's your sister and friend now, babe. I should use this opportunity to ask her some questions about my situation. I'll just have to be careful about how I broach the topics. I don't want to reveal my jumbled knowledge about the world. Okay, guys, now it's time for some lore. Get some lore out of her. Get some lore. I would like some lore, please. What does it mean to have the role of the Saintess? The Saintess is the fourth most important person in the Lokari Empire, after the Empress, her Emperor Consort, and the Crown Prince. You're on par with the head of the church, the High Priest. Am I part of the church now? You're not a priestess, if that's what you're asking. You're still a noble, so you can marry someone of noble standing if you'd like. Eurydice. You're not sworn like the clergy to only marry within the church. Ah, I remember the subplot regarding Elijah. He was unable to be with Levi because Elijah was only allowed to marry someone from the priesthood. Forbidden love, a popular trope. It was an unusual plot point for a web novel to explore, a religious figure falling in love. Still, people had admired the author for bringing something different to the table, even though the main ship had remained Noah and Levi. Marriage. That feels so far away. We're 18 now, so father will probably help us find suitable suitors soon. I would like to marry for love, if at all possible. What's your type, sis? I'm gonna help hook you up. I've gotta play wing woman. Love. Love was one of the components needed to defeat the Demon Queen. Levi and Noah's love. Would I have to fall in love with someone now that I was a Saintess? There. Boys love. Do you think girl love is as powerful as boys love? I hope we'll have enough time if that... She's so pragmatic about it. Am I gonna have to fall in love? I hope we'll have enough time, if it's necessary. If I must. If it must be done. If it must be done. No war between Fujo and Himejoshis. Only love. I refuse to take a side, but I will take a stand. Wait, does that mean I have to pursue one of the guys? Do you have someone in mind for marriage? What? Maybe? You can tell me. I'm not gonna tell anybody. Who do you... Sis, come on. Come on. Maybe another time. I'm not ready to admit it myself. I chuckle. Eurydice is adorable when she's shy. That is cute. She's cute. Baby girl. How long has the Empire waited for the Saintess? As the High Priest said, the golden bow was created by the blessed blacksmith 20 years ago, before we were even born. They say he worked tirelessly day and night for 2 weeks to create the artifact. I felt like I had to hiccup. Excuse me. I did not. The design was bestowed upon him by the god of light himself. The blessed blacksmith said God told him in a dream that the golden bow will choose its saint when the time is right. Only the saint can wield the weapon and harness its power. What Eurydice tells me aligns with the backstory I already know from the novel, but it's good to be reminded about the details. I listen intently. What kind of power does the golden bow have? Light-aligned magic, the kind that priests wield. It is said that only an arrow shot from the artifact will be able to kill the Demon Queen. The usual fantasy world MacGuffin then. For plot reasons, other weapons can't harm the ultimate boss. Right, makes sense. It doesn't, but Eurydice doesn't seem to be aware of how ridiculous it is that only one weapon wielded by one special person can kill the enemy that the Empire's been fighting against for decades. After the Golden Bow was created, the whole Lucari Empire and our allied kingdom of Durandal were tested to see if the saint was among them. But the savior wasn't found. Later, it was decided that every person would get tested on their 18th birthday, as suggested by the Blessed Blacksmith. 20 years passed, but the saint still wasn't found. Until now. It feels so random that I was actually chosen as a saintess. But it's my reality now. This world seems to operate on book logic anyway. What do we know about the Demon Queen? The people who have seen her say she looks like a beautiful woman, except she also has horns, a tail, and a third eye on her forehead. That sounds like a normal, beautiful woman to me, actually. But she's far from human. She's cruel and dangerous. She kills humans without mercy. She commands an army of demons, vile monstrosities. You saw one. Was it as ugly as they say? Well, the imp wasn't pretty, that's for sure. The war has been going on for 23 years now. Over that time, 1/3 of Lucari Empire's lands to the east have been ravaged by war and infiltrated by the demons. They leave only ruins behind when they take over a town. Their fire is said to be ever burning. You'll have to travel east to defeat the Demon Queen. She's taken up residence in the Cloudmond Castle. It used to be the seat of Duke Cloudmond and his family, but they had to abandon their homeland to the demons 10 years ago. That news doesn't make me want to go to the border at all. It'll be like walking straight into the maws of the enemy. I fear you won't have a choice in the matter. The Empress decreed long ago that once the saint or saintess was found, they would immediately embark on the quest to defeat the Demon Queen with a party of the most capable fighters. Quest, huh? Sounds like a story from an RPG. Not that I expect anything else from this book world. Levi went on this quest as a saint, after all. I just hope you won't have to leave too soon. I think I'll need some time to learn to wield the Golden Bow and to accept the whole situation. I'm sure the Empress will understand. Really? Because she said, immediately. Those are all the questions I have for now, at least. Thank you for helping me sort through everything, sister. Eurydice gives me a bright smile. That's what I'm here for. One thing's certain, the people of the Lucari Empire have been waiting for the Saintess for ages. A lot of faith will be put into your abilities. A lot will be expected from you. I don't envy you. If I could, I would share this burden with you. Thank you. I'm really moved by Eurydice's dedication to me. There's a knock on the door, then Levi's voice can be heard from the other side. Let's save. And yeah, the boss having plot armor. Canonically, Celine's not impressed. She's also eye-rolling right now. I'm cracking my bones, don't mind me. There's a knock on the door. Then Levi's voice can be heard from the other side. High Priest Elijah and Count Dequaris have arrived. I forget if we looked up how to say that. Dequaris? French. They can enter. Elijah comes into the room, followed by Father. Oh yeah, Father isn't like us! I remember that now. Father doesn't like us. I forgot about that, right? Dad didn't like us, right? Anyone else remember? Elijah comes in the room, followed by Father. Levi closes the door behind them, remaining in the living room of our apartment to guard the entrance. The High Priest bears a friendly smile. Father, on the other hand, wears his usual scowl on his face. He seems like he wants to say something. I give him an inquiring look, which is met with a glare. I don't know if I should laugh or cry at the fact that his disposition towards Celeste hasn't changed, even in the middle of such a life-changing situation. What does Celeste have to do for her father to show her affection? Riley members. JC members his biggest head. There's a new Ratatan trailer, really? I wasn't aware. If If I had any hope that he would be proud of me now that I had suddenly advanced to a great position in the hierarchy of the Empire, it evaporates now. I decide not to say anything to Father while Elijah is around. I don't want him to witness a fight between us, and I doubt I can hold my tongue right now. May I sit beside you? Sure. Elijah approaches and sits beside me on the bed. I need to touch you to make sure you're healthy. Is that alright? Is that how light magic works? As someone who reincarnated here from Earth, I have little knowledge about magic. I don't remember a scene like this with the high priest in the book. Consent! Wow! Wow! Let's throw some confetti. Consent! Consent is sexy, gamers. Come to think of it, Levi didn't faint after touching the golden bow. He must have a much stronger resistance to pain than I do. Celeste doesn't know much about magic either. She has no magical powers of her own, after all. Nobody in the family does. If Elijah says he has to touch me for his magic to work, though, I doubt he's lying. I look at him. He stares back at me with a patient smile. The high priest is really attractive. We kind of look like siblings. And not like completely. But I could see it, right? I could see it. It's not every pink-haired, blue-eyed character we could look like we're family, but I feel like he and I could pass as family. So I think that might be a no for me. He is cute, though. Elijah's part of the Sleepyverse. You're a nappy mage. Ugh, priest. The high priest is really attractive. I never thought I would find a guy with pink hair dashing. Wow! But he must have the longest lashes I've ever seen on a man. I blush, realizing I'm checking Elijah out. He's a priest, for heaven's sake. Eurydice just reminded me that he can only marry within the clergy. He's off limits. Besides, he only wants to touch me to make sure I'm okay. Girl. Stupid hormones. Wait, you thought that was Sleepy? You thought that was me? Wow, I'm flattered. I clear my throat, though I can do nothing to stop my cheeks from burning. Alright, go ahead. Elijah surprises me by leaning his forehead against mine. Okay. Do we have to make eye contact? Is that part of this? Before I can protest, an aura of white surrounds his body. He's really working his magic on me. I don't know why that line gets me. He's really working his magic on me. Whew. I close my eyes and focus on how his magic makes me feel. It is a good line. His touch is pleasant and warm. I become strangely comforted. I'm also more comfortable now that we're not holding eye contact. Before I realize what I'm doing, I lean in closer to him, towards him. Elijah's chuckle makes me snap out of the comforting embrace of his magic.
Light magic does have a good feel, doesn't it?
Down, girl, for real. That was his voice. Yes, that was his voice. I kind of forgot that the stages are voice. They added that, some of them in. It already had some, but... You want to hear that one more time? We're going to do that one more time for Riley. Elijah's chuckle makes me snap out of the comforting embrace of his magic.
Light magic does have a good feel, doesn't it?
It's a nice voice. I see. Down, girl. Down, Riley. There's a twinkle in his eye and a confident smirk on his face. Okay, alright. You know what? I could see it. Alright. Mm-hmm. Naruto. Is he flirting with me? Embarrassed, I pull away. Lady Celeste is healthy. I can also confirm that the golden bow's magic has entered her body. She is the SAINTESS. Father lets out a heavy sigh. I hope you won't embarrass me. I glare at him, pursing my lips. I want to call him out on his unkind behavior, but I stop myself. I turn back to Elijah instead. Thank you for the checkup. You're welcome. Only 2 hours remain now until Celeste has to attend the audience with the Empress. Yes. We should go and let Sister prepare for seeing the Empress. I want to keep talking with Elijah. If anyone can explain to me more about the Golden Bow's magic, it's him. Unfortunately, now's not the right time. She doesn't want to start anything in front of the priest. Father rings the bell. A moment later, Linda appears in the doorway. Make Celeste presentable for meeting the Empress and Emperor Consort. Yes, my lord. Everyone says their goodbyes to me, and they leave me alone with my maid. I follow a step behind Father. We walk through the corridors of the palace to the throne room where the Empress and the Emperor Consort are waiting for us. As I watch Father's back, I feel Celeste's resentment for him resurface. No, resentment isn't a strong enough term to describe her feelings. Celeste hates her father. Oscar Evangelion! Oh my gosh. Not without reason either. What he's done to her over the years is something I can only describe as pure abuse. He's belittled her constantly, both in public and in private. His favorite title for her is his no-good daughter. He has always made her feel like she is less than Eurydice, unworthy of his praise. The only time he ever pulls his attention away is when Celeste misbehaves. Celeste's mother died when the two girls were young. Celeste has no memory of her and no one to shield her from her father's wrath. Maybe that situation is why Celeste is always out hunting or horseback riding, taking herself away far away from Father and her duties as a noble lady. And Levi, he's watched Celeste suffer at Father's hand. I have a memory of him standing up for his love, and Father having flogged him for it. Holy shit. After that event, Celeste forbade her knight to ever act in her defense again in front of her father. Levi protested, but Celeste insisted, using her authority as his noble lady to make him agree. In the years that followed, they both suffered. Celeste from her father's abuse, and Levi watching his love and pain. How could I not hate Celeste's father for his disgusting behavior? A pang of loneliness shoots through my heart. My parents never abused me, but I wasn't from a picture-perfect family either. There was a lot of fighting between Mom and Dad before they finally divorced. I was 14 when they parted ways, and I had a lot of trouble accepting that the situation wasn't my fault. I tried to help them fix their broken relationship before the divorce, but they didn't believe their marriage was worth saving. Eventually, everything fell apart, regardless of my efforts. Ever since then, I've had trouble trusting anybody enough to fall in love. I had a boyfriend in high school, but he broke up with me because I was too cold and emotionless towards him. His exact words. At the time, I just didn't know how to show love, or if I should even be open about my deep feelings for him at that early stage of our relationship. Both Celeste and Celine have their own baggage. Still, I was finding it very hard not to talk back to Father whenever he was rude to me. Celeste had long since given up on their relationship and simply chose to ignore his outbursts, but letting someone belittle me wasn't my style. I realized Father had stopped walking when I almost bumped into him, stopping just in time to avoid the collision. Hi, Priest Elijah. Water saved me. Hello again, SAINTESS, Count declares. Elijah nods at us with a soft smile. He looks me up and down. I fidget, uncomfortable with the attention. I'm I'm not sure if he's checking me out or if he's just interested in the fancy dress Linda helped me change into. It is a beautiful dress, after all. Then his eyes wander to Levi, and he looks at him with the same appreciation. Huh. Well, yeah, I guess that shouldn't surprise me. I know for sure Elijah is into men. After all, he was interested in Levi in the book. I decided to join you during the audience.
We're happy to have you.
Are you ready to enter? I'm not. But then again, I'm not sure if I ever will be. Father nods in response to Elijah's words before I can protest.
Let's enter.
The guards in front of the throne room entrance open the door, and Father and Elijah enter the hall. I turn to Levi. Now more than ever, I need the support of someone who I know cares for me, even though he doesn't really care for me, but the original Celeste. Levi won't be allowed to say anything during the audience, but I still want him present at my side. Come in with me. You'll only be able to stay by the door, but I want you to be there for this conversation. Alright. Hi, Bubble! Newspaper's dire. I enter the throne room as well now, Levi following behind me. The Empress is sitting on her throne, and the Emperor Consort is lounging in the smaller chair next to her. Empress Morel is as radiant in person as she is in Celeste's memories. Wearing a golden crown, she is the son of the Lokari Empire. Her husband, Emperor Consort Lucius, comes from our allied country, Durendal. He's called the Moon of the Lokari Empire. Looking at him makes me remember that the Lokari Empire's allied country of Durendal is a southern land, and thus its people have darker complexions. Water, save me, thank you. Let's hydrate before we dehydrate. Oh, hello, Mr. Consort. Lucius, you say? Bitch, I'm him. Lucius, more like luscious. I'm sorry. I come from the States, so finally seeing someone of color feels familiar and comforting. Why she look like Lucille Flip? She does. That's our queen. That's our queen. She does, though. She also, oh my gosh, because obviously, hold on, give me a second. Give me 1 second. I need something really quick. So, she also looks like, and this is easier for me because it's animated, but she looks like Mallory Archer from Archer. Which makes sense because same actress, but because it's a cartoon, it looks even more like it to me. It's like if you combined them, which makes sense because again, it's her voice. So it's Jessica Walter. Hold on, I'm gonna put an image. Hi, Zakaloku. I'm gonna put an image up here. I found of both of them together. Make her gold, and it's just them together. Exactly, they're the same person. What could a kingdom cost, Celeste? $10? My goodness. That's our queen. That is our queen indeed. And yeah, rip queen. You will be missed. You are missed. It reminds me of the fact that the novel was quite diverse for a book written by a Korean web novelist. Even though there aren't too many characters of color in The Saint of the Golden Bow, the book introduces them in some important positions. Noah, the main love interest, is mixed race. When the Empress sees us approach, she gives us a bright smile. I wish I could sound like Jessica Walter. Oh my gosh. At last, the prophesied saintess stands before me in the flesh. I smile and make my best attempt at curtsy, following Celeste's memory. The wince on Father's face tells me I failed to move properly. Oh, babe. Not even a curtsy. For some reason, I find his expression funny. I cover my mouth so that nobody sees the smirk on my face. If I embarrass Father in front of the Empress, I can't say it wouldn't be enjoyable. Father and Elijah make smooth bows.
Thank you for the chance to have an audience with you, Your Grace.
Grace to be in your presence again, O radiant lady. Of course, how can I not gaze upon the chosen heroine with my own eyes? The Empire has been waiting for her for over 20 years. Though I'm surprised your daughter is the one who turned out to be the Saintess, Count Alaric. A nervous chuckle escapes Father's lips.
She's always been good with the bow.
So I've heard. Your daughter doesn't act much like a noble lady, does she? She does have a reputation for enjoying quite boyish activities. Father's face turns beet red. He's embarrassed because of me. I realize I shouldn't let myself be too happy about the situation, though. There's too much at stake. Okay, Celeste, serious mode. I can't ignore the fact that as the Saintess, I have an important role to uphold in the Lucari Empire. As he originally explained to me, I'm the fourth most important person in the hierarchy now. No pressure. It seems the Empress finds me lacking as well, and having her, out of all people, displeased with me is not good. I remember Noah's plotline from the novel. The Empress sends him on the quest with Levi to defeat the Demon Queen, even though Noah is the heir to the throne. Or so he should be, since he's Empress Morelle's firstborn. However, the monarch is a very controlling person. She doesn't want to give up the power of her throne to anybody, so she hopes to continue ruling through her child when she abdicates. Due to the law of the Lucari Empire, a person can only rule for 40 years before they have to pass on the rule to another. The Empress is aging, but based on what I know from the novel, her hunger for power over the years has only grown. She wants to keep her influence over the politics of the Empire. However, Noah, her heir, isn't someone who can be easily controlled. Term limits! The Empress has a secret second son, however. 10-year-old Mateo, whom she is raising to be completely obedient and reliant on her own opinions. Makes me wonder how she hid her pregnancy. She only sends Noah on the mission because she hopes he will die so she can establish Mateo as her new heir. She can't pronounce someone else the crown prince until Noah is gone. Someone as ruthless as the Empress is definitely not a good enemy to have. Oh my good golly gumdrops. Yeah, let's not make enemies of her. It's known that Count Dequaris has two daughters, the one who's a perfect image of a noble lady and the one who's a tomboy. I suppose the girl that stands before us, although dressed in finery, is not much of a proper noble. Silence falls in the room. Everyone looks at me, expecting me to answer. Under the sudden attention, my mouth is dry and I can't find my words. They don't know much about Celeste, but rumors precede her. They have already judged her. Me. Why did I think I would suddenly gain respect by becoming the Saintess when Celeste's questionable reputation has been spreading for years? In a sense, it's good that everyone expects Celeste to be quite lousy at etiquette. After all, I have no idea how to curtsy or properly use the utensils, or dance like a graceful noble lady. Since Celeste's skills didn't directly transfer to me, if she really had been a perfect lady, I would have suddenly looked like an imposter. Sus. Still, I don't want the Empress to think I'm worthless as a Saintess, too. If she deems me inadequate like Father does, will she try to get rid of me so the Golden Bow can choose another saint? I don't think she has a very forgiving personality, judging by how much she hates her own son. Just when I gather my words to speak, the door to the throne room bursts open. There he is! Let's go! A well-posed, tall blonde man enters the room in a dramatic fashion, his cloak waving behind him in the sudden draft of air. He is Noah, Levi's love interest in the book. He's one of the most handsome guys I've ever seen next to Levi and Elijah. His skin is darker than most Lakari Empire nobles, but only slightly. He inherited most of his features from the Empress. The current Emperor Consort is not Noah's father, but the previous consort was also from our allied country, Durendal, in the south. When he spots me, a smirk appears on his face. His red eyes shine with mischief. Don't you smirk at me! Don't. No. No. Don't you smirk at me, sir. If you know what's good for you.
Knock, knock. Did I miss anything?
I have a problem. I'm sick in the head. I'm sick. I'm mad now. Anyway.
Fashionably late as always, my son.
If I missed nothing, there was nothing to miss. This is the Saintess, right? Count Decoris' tomboy daughter.
You wanna fight? I hold back a groan. Even Noah knows about Celeste's reputation.
Yes, that's me.
You're good at archery, are you not? Better than you are at etiquette, at the very least.
I see. You want to throw hands. This image does give Tuxedo Mask. You're so right, you're... If he's mean to me, I mean, Celeste. You and I are the same.
Yes, I'm quite good with a bow.
Probably not as good as Celeste was, though, I presume, judging by her renowned reputation. At least I'm still good enough to shoot arrows with decent accuracy. I just need to practice a bit more and remember everything I learned in middle school.
Quite. Then you'll be perfect for the role of the Saintess.
How can you say that? If a lacking individual takes up such a high role in the hierarchy of the Empire...
All the Saintess needs to do is shoot the golden bow and hit the Demon Queen straight in the heart. Then the war will finally be over.
That's it? Okay, I got you. Bet. He's right.
Is that not what you want, Mother?
Oh. Don't you want the war to be over, Empress?
I want peace more than anything else.
You sure sound like it. That's a lie. With the army off fighting at the war front, the Empress feels more secure in her rule here in the capital. Do you question God's will, Empress? It is the Lord who has chosen Lady Celeste to be the Saintess of the Golden Bow. While Celeste may be lacking in some other areas, she asserts she's great at archery, and her reputation confirms her words. Right, Mother, so you shouldn't worry. Lady Decoris will make an excellent Saintess. I wish I could share the faith these two have in me. Still, I have to maintain a confident front, so I put on my brightest smile. Please don't worry about anything, Your Grace. I'll defeat the Demon Queen and bring peace to the Empire. Empress Morel gives me a long look. After a moment, the confident smirk that Noah inherited from her is back on her face. Excellent. Then there's nothing stopping us from proceeding with the mission to defeat the Demon Queen, is there? Noah, you will be the one leading the Saintess' quest. Noah's eyes widen. He opens his mouth, then closes it. But You will lead the Saintess quest, and you will take the 20 best men from the palace guard, the mage's tower, and the church to accompany you. And you will leave in a month. In a month? So soon? Shock makes my heartbeat erratic. With my current archery skills, I'm nowhere near ready to defeat a powerful enemy so soon. Is there a problem? You said you're good at using the bow, and that's all you need to be a successful Saintess, right? The Empress has really turned the tables on me. I can't deny her words, and neither can Noah. After all, we're the ones who just made those claims to her. I simply thought we'd have more time to prepare. There is no more time. Not with the Demon Queen's army closing in more and more on the capital in recent years. I think you and the Saintess are ready enough. But do you question the Empress's judgment? The Emperor and Noah glare at each other. Noah doesn't respond. He finally just turns around and walks towards the door. Noah, you will prepare for the quest and depart in a month. As you wish, Your Grace. Oh my. If it's not too much to ask, I want to accompany the Saintess and the Prince on their quest. Elijah's request surprises me for a moment until I remember that he wanted to join the mission when Levi was a saint as well. Are you sure, High Priest? You will be leaving your office behind for 2 months. Yes, I'm sure. I'll take Gareth with me as well. Meredith can manage running the office on her own. I'll appoint some people to help her with the paperwork. The Saintess quest will be a historic moment in the life of the Lokari Empire. I wouldn't want to miss witnessing the Saintess defeat the Demon Queen. He has strange taste, but with Elijah's light magic, our success will be easier. I don't protest. We'll need all the help we can get. Alright, you may go as well. Thank you, Your Grace. I will organize a ball to celebrate the finding of the Saintess tomorrow evening. Be sure to attend, all of you. We all reply we'll be there, and after some final departing words, we're dismissed. After the audience, I ask everyone to give me some alone time. I'm too overwhelmed by the recent events. I need some time to think. I take a sheet of paper and a quill, and I begin to scribble down my thoughts. I survived my death event, the demon attack in the woods near the Dequires mansion. That's why Levi is likely to continue to love Celeste and not become interested in anybody else. No, I can't assume anything. I really should ask him what he thinks about Noah and Elijah. He saw both of them during the audience, and he saw Elijah flirting with me during the magical checkup. Oh, I'm sorry, my nose is a little stuffy still. Oh, enjoy your ad break. I will also be taking a break. I'll be right back. Welcome back from our ad break. I know it was a little longer than Cerealbox, but we return. I was stretching a little bit, and also was trying to find out where your sleepy bot went. I figured it out. I figured out where she went on vacation. But we return. Hello. I hope you also hydrated a little, maybe stretched your bones a bit. The shadow realm, mayhaps. It seems like it, yes. We'll have to go get her later. Thank you, Kami-san. I'm not really the Celeste Levi loves. We're making notes on what we have in mind. I have her memories and a portion of her skills, but I'm basically Celine in Celeste's body. I'm not just Celeste recollecting a past life. Instead, I, Celine, have taken over Celeste's body at a pivotal moment of her current life. ECG, nice paper star. Does that mean Celeste is really dead? I don't sense her presence living in my body, which is a relief, truth be told. I prefer being alone with my thoughts. The idea of her passing is sad, though, even if I'm conflicted about her treatment of Levi. Excuse me. I'm now the Saintess of the Golden Bow, a hero the whole Lucari Empire has been awaiting for years. Yet, Levi was supposed to take on that role. Levi has been training to protect Celeste all his life. He's way more skilled at archery than I am. I have a month to train myself to use a bow properly. Not just any bow, though. The golden bow, which seems more ornamental than practical. Wielding that weapon will be a pain in the ass. What were the two components needed to defeat the Demon Queen again? The first one is firing an arrow imbued with the golden bow's light magic at the Demon Queen's heart and actually hitting the target. So, I'll need to practice both archery and accessing the bow's magic. As someone who comes from Earth, I have no idea how to wield magic. The very concept of magical power coursing through my body is foreign to me. I suppose training with a bow will just take time, though I have little to spare. As for wielding its magic, that's something Elijah will know more about, given that he's a light magic user. Excuse me. I scribbled down that I need to talk to Elijah about the golden bow and its magic. Know thy enemy, they say, and right now my enemy until I master it is that bow. There is also a second component to defeating the Demon Queen, one that follows a story trope more than practical logic. Noah and Levi's love makes the magic of the golden bow stronger. How was that possible? I have no idea. Could Noah and Levi being in love even solve this problem anymore? No, it has to be the wielder of the bow that's in love for the magic to trigger properly, right? So I'll have to break up the couple that I shipped. Oh no! You have to break up your own ship. Oh, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. It's a sad situation, but my survival is on the line. Survival or ship, survival or ship, survival or ship. Unless I go for Elijah, that is. But he can't have a relationship with anybody outside of the church, which is another complication. First, I need to determine if Elijah and Noah are even interested in women. If they're not, any relationship with me would be impossible. As for me, I can't imagine falling in love with someone in 2 months. Love is such a difficult topic for me. I don't trust or fall in love easily. The whole situation with my parents' divorce made falling in love not something that I can easily imagine happening to me. I'm so screwed. I'm scared. This situation isn't just a story in a book anymore, it's my reality. Levi, Elijah, Noah, Eurydice, Father, the Empress, they're all real people. They aren't acting according to script either. The plot of the book has changed. It's a real world now with unpredictable consequences. And I'm at the center of this new story. Levi dies at the end of the book despite defeating the Demon Queen, despite Noah's love for him. Will I die again too? Or will that aspect of the story change as well? No, I can't give up. I must change reality and my fate. It's not like me to mope around and feel defeated. I'm the master of my own destiny. If I have to fall in love with someone, who should it be? Levi, who blindly adores his lady? Noah, who has been burdened with leading the mission to defeat the Demon Queen? Elijah, who's a priest and can't marry someone unless they're part of the church? Or should I pick someone else entirely? I at least have to admit that all three of them are handsome men. I just hope my own baggage isn't gonna drag me down too much. Oh my god, just like Orvie! Oh my god, don't get me started. Isn't this half the fanfics on AO3? What do you think is on AO3? You think it's people inserting themselves into their ships? Some of them. Half of them? I don't know about half of them. I don't know about half of them. Oof. My bones. Oh, at breaking up ships. I mean... Yes and no. Yeah, probably, yeah. Probably at least like half, yeah. You're right. And they get back together, maybe, sometimes. Will I become cold and detached if I enter into a relationship with any of them, just like I did with my ex-boyfriend? I'm bouncing in my chair, so I'm getting worse at reading. Okay. It's been a while since high school, but I'm still hung up about how things turned out between us. Can someone like me even make a guy fall in love with her within a month? I know I can't, but you might be able to, Celeste. You got this. You got this, girl. My heart is beating so quickly. Now that I realize what's really at stake and what I have to do, I'm terrified. Should I ask Levi what he thinks about Elijah and Noah? Huh. Oh, we get our first choice outside of asking questions? Okay. What do you think, guys? Should we ask our knight, who's been in love with us his whole life, basically, what he thinks about the guys that like him after we die, except we didn't die? Oh, kill everyone and join the bad guys, join the Demon Queen's army. That's an option for sure. I don't see that listed here though, so I'm gonna have to put a pin in that one for now. At least for the moment. Let's do a little... You know what? Yeah. Let's just ask. It's best I make things clear between us. I need to talk to Levi about Noah and Elijah. I open the door to my room and look outside. Levi is standing there guarding the door. He looks at me with a gentle smile and gives me a small nod. Levi, could you step... I don't know why that made me laugh. Levi, could you step into my room for a moment? I want to talk to you. Of course. I take a step to the side, letting Levi enter the room. My heart is beating quickly, and I clench my hand on my dress. Levi seems to notice my unease, his expression turning into one of concern. Celeste. I push my fear aside and decide to just outright ask him. Say, Levi, what do you think about Prince Noah? Kicking my feet on the bed. What do you think about... You want to talk about boys, Levi? You want to talk about cute boys with me? The Mad Prince? Yeah, that's what everyone calls him, right? He's known to always antagonize the Empress with his words and attitude, but he's never done anything that could be considered a crime against the crown. The Empress delegated part of the responsibilities for maintaining the order in the palace to Prince Noah as per the Lucari Empire laws on succession. He needs to learn how to manage the Empire as the heir. And from what I have heard, he's doing a good job and is very dedicated to his work. So despite the fact that he's not very diplomatic with his words, I think he'll make a good emperor in the future. I see. That wasn't what I was asking, though. I wanted to know what you think about Noah's personality. Are you sure I'm allowed to voice my opinion on the future emperor? I look around and gesture to the room. It's just you and I here. I'm trying to have girl talk. Dish, night boy Dish, come on! I suppose that's right. I'm not gonna tell on you. Yes, I know that. Don't blush and look at me. We're drawing the line here. I'm sorry. Well, I think Noah is too brash in the way he speaks. I really didn't like his attitude towards you during the audience. That's still not what I wanted to do! Shaking him. Do you Do you think Noah is attractive? Would you kiss his face? Do you think his face is kissable? Do you kiss boys? Do you want to kiss that boy? Would you kiss that boy? You think his stupid face that says annoying words is cute? Many people do. He's had a few past relationships here and there, though he avoids casual flings. That still doesn't answer my question! I'm getting up in arms too. She straight up is just like, do you think he's hot? And we're still not getting an answer. Tense mother fluffer. There we go. Yeah, I think Prince Noah's attractive. Thank you! Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. And now that you hold the position of the Saintess, he would make a great match for you. Does Noah like women? He's had 2 female and 2 male partners in the past. Bingo! I just got all the information I needed about Noah from Levi. We got 2 bi or pan kings in the room with us, so let's go. I mean, not in the room with us. There's only one in the room with us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we already know that they're all going to be interested in women, right? Because it's an otome game. But still, I suppose you becoming the future empress wouldn't be bad for you. Levi has a pained expression on his face. I'm sorry. Imagining me with Noah must be difficult for him. What about High Priest Elijah? What about him? Yeah, that right? I had that same thought. Do you also find him attractive? Poor Levi. Poor Levi. He's so upset. The girl he's been in love with and by her side for years is like the plot of Kiss Him Not Me. Like, but do you find these boys hot? Like, not me, but you're not trying to set me up with someone again, are you? Shh, shh, abort. Abort, 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 abort. Scatter, scatter. He's onto us, chat. He's onto us. Oops. I guess I got Levi angry. From Celeste's memories, I know they've had conversations similar to this one in the past. I don't know what the right answer to his question is. There is none. If I say I'm asking for myself, he'll be sad that I'm looking at guys other than him. If I refuse to answer, he'll continue thinking I'm trying to pair him with one of the guys. That's not why I was asking. I just wanted to know your opinion. I'm not buying it. Why the High Priest and Prince Noah out of all people? They're of such a different standing than I am anyway. I couldn't possibly be in a relationship with either of them. A difference in social standing hadn't stopped Levi from falling in love with Celeste, or from falling in love with Noah in the book for the matter, though I did remember him being hung up on status differences in the novel as well. Yes, both are attractive guys. I could see myself being with either of them if our situations were different, but He gives me another pained look. He's in love with me, is what he's trying to say, but he can't allow himself to tell me the truth. At least Levi gave me the information about Noah that I wanted to know. I don't want the conversation between Levi and me to get any more difficult, so I suppose I'll end things here. That's for talking to me about this, Levi. I'd like to be alone now. Levi gives me a look as if I'm throwing him out after dealing him a blow. In a way I am, and it pains me to do so, but I don't know how to salvage this conversation. She's so real for that. She's like, I made this awkward. I don't know how to fix it. Can you just go? I'm done. Conversation over. Have a good rest. Levi exits the room, closing the door behind him gently. I lie down in bed and hide my face against a pillow. I'm so stressed by everything that I'm not even surprised when tears stream down my cheeks, soaking the bedding. I didn't want to hurt Levi, but I didn't know how else to obtain the information that I needed so I could decide what to do to save everyone. For the first time since reincarnating, I give in to all the emotions that have built up inside of me. I'm just one young girl. How can I carry so many heavy burdens? Eventually, I cry myself to sleep. I toss and turn all night though, unable to get any real rest until nearly dawn. Oh no. The next evening, Linda gets me all dolled up for the grand ball the Empress is throwing in my name. At the ball, I find myself sitting at the table, staring at silverware I have no idea how to properly use. Celeste's memories aren't helping me much. The servant puts a salad in front of me, and I pick up one of the forks. There's an offended gasp from my left. I look at the noble lady sitting next to me. She's almost purple in the face, staring down at the fork I'm holding. Wrong piece of cutlery, then. I put it down and take another in my hand. I steal a sideways glance at the noble lady. She doesn't seem to be offended anymore. This one must be the right fork, then. When everyone starts eating, I dig into the salad too, but it tastes like paper to me. I'm nervous. My hands are clammy.
So you've become the Saintess, Lady d'Aquarius.
I have. Hello. George. Oh, this is the DLC love interest. Oh, hi, George. Oh, hi, George. The man to my right, Duke George, if Celeste's memory serves me correctly, strikes up a conversation with me. I like your little snowflake, but I feel like design-wise, you don't grasp me as much as the others. Is that mean? He's a young duke and a powerful player on the battlefield of Lokari Empire's politics. I'll have to do my best not to say or do anything strange. No, he's not as striking. Maybe his personality is. We don't know. He's Jesse!
Yes, despite my surprise, the Golden Bow has chosen me.
Well, now that you carry such an important role, do you plan to improve your knowledge of etiquette?
He points at my salad. Why does she have a knife in her hand? Oh, come on. What am I doing wrong this time? The Duke smiles, but his expression isn't unkind. Side note, those grapes look really yummy. Oh my gosh, I want to eat them. I'm hungry. The grapes look really yummy. I want to eat the grapes. Yeah, it is, and that always looks yummy too.
You have no idea what you're doing wrong, do you?
Obviously not, George.
I don't.
May I?
I have my salad fork. I have my salad knife. What else could I be doing here? He extends his hand to me, and when I don't protest, he touches my hand gently to modify the way I'm holding the fork.
Oh, come on, George. You're spoiling the fun.
The lady to my left has a cruel smile on her face. Shoot, I really was eating the salad wrong after all. My cheeks heat up from embarrassment, and suddenly I find it hard to breathe. For every kind person like Duke George is a cruel one like that lady here. A vulture just waiting for me to make a mistake. But she pretty, though. Now that I'm the Saintess, I'll be watched even more closely than Celeste was as a mere Count's daughter. They're all going to be laughing for weeks about the way I ate this stupid salad! I just know it! Celeste's memory tells me this incident won't be the first time she's ruined her reputation with a stupid mistake either. Excuse me. I can't be here anymore. I have to get some fresh air or else I will hyperventilate. I'm just gonna look at her for a minute. We saw you from across the bar. Are you okay? Duke George calls after me, but I walk quickly to the terrace. Once I'm away from the throne room, I run into the gardens. I stop only when I reach a small lake. Here, I put my arms around my frame, trying to control my breathing. Breathe, Celine. In and out. In and out. Let's take some deep breaths, chat. Don't cry, don't cry. You'll ruin the makeup Linda spent hours putting on you to make you look like a real noble lady. Didn't think I would run into you here. I turn around when I hear the voice. It's Noah. He's drawn his sword, and his usual mocking demeanor is not present. His completely serious one. He suddenly puts his sword against my throat. Yes! My heart beats so loudly that it feels like I could jump out of my chest, this time from fear. Does Noah want to kill me?
I wish I could just kill you and be done with it.
Let's go! Shaking reckless hand. He does. But why? You want me to be your devil, Barry? I wish I could kill you and be done with it. That's my devil for you. Let's do that one more time, actually. Oh my. Hi, Bubby Chew. Who is she? She is us. Does Noah want to kill me?
I wish I could just kill you and be done with it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. He does, but why? Suddenly I remember the scene. I fangirled over it when I was reading the novel. This is a scene where Noah puts his sword to Levi's throat. It's overly dramatic, and most of the readers of the novel interpret it as a romantic interaction. Yeah, but like, how would you kill me? You gotta be Kami-tan's angle. I would not kill you. I would take you on my quest to defeat the Demon Queen. And you would be safe. Also, your food looked good. I want to eat it. We talked about the event for hours on the web novels forums. Oh, you want to kill me so bad. So bad. I love this Lucy, by the way, Bubby Chew. She's so cute. But now I think this setup is just ridiculous. I could take a step back at any time from the coldness of steel and my neck would be safe. He could move as well. I do love Lucy. Ha ha ha. Bob says this game made him feel like he can pull off a neck tattoo, you know? I do know. I give Noah a long stare. He's looking at me seriously, as if he's really pondering if he should harm me. I don't believe he actually will. Right? She's like, sword fighting. You could just move out of the way of the sword. Duh. And then you're perfectly safe forever. I will entertain his antics for a while longer just to see what he has to say to me. I want to know how much the scene changes with me here instead of Levi.
Why do you want me dead?
Because you're the reason I have to go on the mission to kill the Demon Queen. And so soon.
Okay, but to be fair, you would have been told to go on that mission no matter who was the saint or saintess.
If anybody less capable than you had been chosen as the Saintess, Mother wouldn't have told us to leave within a mere month.
You think so? Do you think that's true? Do you think that's true? Do you think that's true? I'm glad he thinks so highly of my archery skills, especially considering how little the nobles think of my etiquette skills, but he's wrong.
I may not be as great at archery as you think.
Are there people less capable than Celeste? When it comes to archery, maybe. But yeah, she is the fluff up of the family.
That fact would change nothing at this point. Mother is now convinced you can defeat the Fiend. This is a suicide mission. None of us will come back from the quest.
Why'd he say that like the Joker? Why'd he say that first part like the Joker? I see. Holding a knife when confronting salads. True, Bob, true. Even though I remember this line from the book, my eyes widen.
How do you know we won't return?
His words almost feel oddly like foreshadowing for what happens in the book. Noah seems to seriously believe what he's saying.
20 people going deep into demon-ravaged lands to enter the Demon Queen's castle and kill her. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing could ever go wrong. You're right. He's really convinced we're gonna die on this quest. I can see the desperation in his eyes.
Can't you convince your mother to postpone the day we leave, or to increase the amount of people we can bring with us?
I've already tried. She doesn't want to listen. It's almost as if she wants to set us up for failure.
Oh, Noah. You're closer to the truth than you think. I can't tell him anything about his mother's plan to get rid of him. He would just grow suspicious if I, someone he barely knows, spouted such important information about his life. I should only tell him what's really going on with the Empress when, or if, we become friends during the quest.
Look, I'm afraid of the mission too. But I don't want to give up. I won't just roll over and die. I'll keep fighting until the very end. No matter how the mission ends, I want to be sure I've done everything I can to fulfill my role properly.
Noah's eyes widen.
You're right. I can't just give up.
That's right. I must also see the mission through until the end. I'm sure you'll do great on the quest, or I almost thought of telling you to kill me. Well, I mean, depends on how these come off, right? That's the thing about picking a dialogue choice, is how is it gonna come out? Yeah, I definitely want to say the first one. That's also true, JC. Even if you are the Empress' son, you shouldn't, especially the newly found Saintess that's taken over 20 years to find. Does this mean you don't want to kill me anymore? I almost thought of telling you to do it just to see if you really would. I laugh to lighten the mood, but my voice comes out breathless. I'm still afraid of my future, but at least Noah has distracted me from what happened in the throne room. I wasn't really serious about killing you in the first place. Boo! Are you sure? You look plenty serious to me. Despite everything, I don't want you to die, and I want to live too. I'm glad. Don't die, Your Grace. Just Noah is fine. We're teammates now, I suppose. I like the sound of that. Noah smiles back. He seems much more relaxed now. I'll continue trying to get Mother to delay the deadline for us to leave. I would appreciate more time to train. Right. Time to go back to the ball, then. Without sparing me another glance, Noah walks past me towards the terrace. I watch him until he disappears between the carefully trimmed bushes of the palace garden. I look out at the water of the lake and take a few deep breaths. I really hadn't expected Levi's scene with Noah to play out for me. I also didn't end up responding the way Levi would have done. Our encounter didn't turn romantic at all. Speak for yourself! Speak for yourself, babe! I could feel the romantic tension. I'm sick in the head, though. Gundam Wing, my beloved. Yet my heart is beating quickly regardless because I'm still scared about so many things. The stress is catching up to me. I fall to my knees on the soft grass. I can't hold back my tears any longer. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm a girly girl with a girly secret. If I tell it to you, promise that you'll keep it. I'm just a girl caught up in so many responsibilities. I'm tired. I'm terrified. I want it all to stop. No matter how much I cry, though, this new reality won't magically change for me. I'm still Celeste, and I'm still the Saintess. The sooner I accept my fate and put my energy into the few things that can still change, the better. With renewed purpose, I get up and start walking back to my room. Screw the ball. I'm not going back there only to be ridiculed further. I don't want the whole Imperial Court to continue watching how terrible I am at being a noble lady. If I had more time before the quest, I would take lessons to get better at etiquette. However, with the way the situation has unfolded, I'll have to focus only on improving my archery and horseback riding skills. Besides, the future of the Empire doesn't depend on me knowing which fork to use for a salad, but it certainly does hang on me using the golden bow properly. That's a nice moment. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. I'm walking down the corridor towards the apartment where my family is staying when I hear someone running behind me. Celeste. Levi calls me by my first name like he always does when it's just him and Celeste. It's something the two of them agreed to do when they were younger. Levi stops before me and looks me up and down. Where have you been? I didn't notice when you left the throne room. You're not supposed to go anywhere without me. Father's orders, I know, I just forgot. I realized I haven't been thinking about how Levi would feel if I suddenly disappeared yet again. I'm not concerned about failing to follow his orders. I'm genuinely worried about you. He blushes and looks away. My heartbeat quickens. Why, though? Celeste has no romantic feelings towards Levi. But do I? Interesting. I must admit he's very handsome and kind, and he's my favorite character from the book. Am I that into him? I let out a long sigh. Levi looks back at me with a worried expression, then he looks me up and down again. You're alright, aren't you? He focuses on my face and frowns. You've been crying? He must notice my smudged makeup. No, I haven't. I'm fine. I can see the smudges of makeup and redness around your eyes. If there's something burdening you, you know you can tell me, right? I think about it for a moment. Even though I'm the one who's become the Saintess, Levi's fate somehow hasn't changed much. He's still being dragged on this dangerous quest to defeat the Demon Queen. He's not going along as a saint this time, just as Celeste's protector. Yet the end result is the same, and he might die in my defense. The lady he served kind of died in that demon attack a few days ago. I'm not the Celeste he swore to protect. Yet I can't tell him the truth. I'm just overwhelmed by everything that's happening. I'll be fine if I have some time to process this turn of events. Alright, if you wish to speak with someone, I'll be happy to lend an ear. Thank you, Levi. I'm really grateful to have you by my side. He gives me a soft smile. No matter what, I will always protect you, Celeste. I'm afraid of what might happen to him if he does. I turn around, walking towards my room. Let's go rest. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. Time to start training for the quest. Yes. The next day, I begin training with the golden bow on the palace training grounds. Much as I expected, due to its elaborate design, the bow proves difficult to use. I send arrow after arrow flying at targets, but I only hit once out of every 10 times. Not only are my bow skills rusty, but the weapon isn't cooperating either. Finally, too frustrated to continue, I give up. I'll try again tomorrow. I make my way to my room with Levi following behind me. This is a suicide mission. We're not going to come back to Solus alive. Please, no, I don't say such things in public. What if someone hears you? At the end of the corridor, 2 people stand to the side talking. The one who said something about a suicide mission is Noah. Surprise, surprise. He said that yesterday. After our conversation in the garden the other day, his words don't shock me. What does surprise me, though, is that he's openly talking about his feelings with someone else. Hello, pretty. I hide behind a pillar and take a peek at the other person. The dark-skinned knight with her hair in buns must be Tarek, Noah's right hand and the leader of the palace guards. I like her armor. She's wearing armor with the Lucari Empire royal insignia on her chest, characteristic of the guards. Ugh, hold on. That's good. Unshrimp and hydrate. I need it. 1 second. Excuse me. I'm back after unshrimp and hydrate. Pretty lady knight, hell yeah, hello. The leader of the mission should believe in the quest's success. Ugh, you also unshrimp and drink water. You can't be here doubting our ability to defeat the Demon Queen. It's just, I have a really bad feeling about Mother's request, Tarek. Why is she pushing us to go to the Demon Queen's castle so soon? Why can't we wait a few months until everyone feels ready and has practiced fighting as a team? We can't go against the Empress's orders, you know that. She said her reason for the rush is that the demon army keeps getting closer and closer to the capital. Yet the Fiends are at least 3 weeks' journey away from Solus on horseback, and they haven't made any significant movements towards us in at least a decade. We've got time. The Empress seems to have a different opinion on the matter. I just don't trust her. Noah, watch what you say. What if... Suddenly she turns around and unsheaths her sword. Who's there? She's noticed me. I step out from behind the pillar, revealing myself. Oh, but isn't the Saintess? Welcome. Hello. How much of our conversation did you overhear? I told you, Your Grace, you should be more careful. I'm sorry for eavesdropping. I was just curious. The excuse is a sad one, but the truth, Noah takes a step closer to me. Oh. You were cute. Oh, you were curious about me? No. Stop it! I arch my eyebrows, unsure of what he means. I didn't say. He leans in closer to me, his face level with mine. Yes. I don't like this anymore, chat. I'm covering my eyes. Like IRL. I don't like this anymore, chat. He leans in closer to me, his face level with mine. He has his signature smirk on his face. I didn't know you were interested in me, Celeste. I finally understand what he's suggesting. He's flirting with me. That's not what I meant. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate this. I'm very pleased to win your attention. If you want to know more about me, how about we get together for tea? Kill him. He really is hitting on me. I feel embarrassed, unsure of how to respond. Fist of justice. I'm not. Would tomorrow afternoon be okay for you? Not that he's letting me get a word in edgewise anyway. Anger rises in my heart. I'm not interested in you! I take a few steps back, putting distance between us again. Noah chuckles. I let out a frustrated huff. I don't appreciate you flirting with me. Is that what I'm doing? I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Is that what I'm doing? You clearly are. The other day he wanted to kill me, and today he's playing with me. What a frustrating guy. I'm leaving. Yeah, I definitely hate this. I hate this. I hate that. I definitely don't like banter at all. Celeste is totally right. I rush towards my rooms, my footsteps heavy. I feel furious at Noah for clearly making fun of me. Levi follows behind me like my shadow. I spent the next few days training with a golden bow. I increased my accuracy rate, but I'm still struggling to wield the weapon. In the afternoon, Elijah approaches me. Hello, brother. How's the training going? Should I be honest with him? I hesitate, but I know I'll need his help to access the bow's magic. Oh, never mind. It wasn't going to be a choice. Honestly, the training's not going great. I feel like the bow is fighting me for control. The bow is supposed to be semi-sentient. It may very well be that it hasn't yet fully accepted it. Hasn't fully accepted me. What should I do to make the artifact approve of me? Unfortunately, I don't know. Training will continue to be a struggle, won't it? I wanted to ask you something ever since I was chosen as a saintess. You're the high priest, so you know a lot about holy magic, is that right? As much as a human possibly can, I'm the strongest light magic user in the Empire. Ah, that's right. I remember that part from the book. Everyone thought Elijah would become the saint, but on his 18th birthday, he didn't get chosen. The previous high priest abdicated at that time and passed on the role to Elijah. That's how Elijah came to have such a high position at such a young age. The novel also said Elijah's light magic is abnormally strong. Could you teach me about light magic? Sure, but you have no magic of your own. You know that, right? I nod. Celeste was never a magic user, and that fact didn't change when I took over her body. But I have to defeat the Demon Queen with the Golden Bow's magic, right? So is there a way for me to access it? Ah, yes. Artifacts like the Golden Bow do carry their own magic. You don't have to have a magical affinity of your own to use their power. Although already being trained in wielding magic would help you understand more easily how the bow's magic is used. Still, I can at least explain the basics to you, and then with practice I'm sure you'll catch on. What if I don't understand what he tries to teach me? Will we be doomed to fail then? I swallow hard. I'm afraid I'll be a magical failure. No, gloomy thoughts won't help make anything better. I need to focus on what Elijah can teach me and do my best to understand the Golden Bow's power. Please teach me what you know about using an artifact's holy magic. Sure. Eerie. Elijah moves behind me, touching the hand I'm using to aim the Golden Bow. Close your eyes. I will pour some of my light magic into you so that you can understand how magic flows through the human body. To access the Golden Bow's magic, you have to pull some of that magic towards you and let it enter your body. Be open to it. Don't struggle against the power. I close my eyes like he commands. I feel his grip on my hand growing firmer. He's standing behind me, his chest pressing against my back so I can feel the heat of his body touching mine. The contact is quite intimate and makes my cheeks flush with embarrassment. Then I feel Elijah's magic enter my body. It's a gentle stream, not as strong as when he examined me for injuries a few days ago. Still, I can feel the magic coursing through my veins. I don't know. I mean, we should focus on the magic, but it might be kind of difficult. The feeling is so comforting that my body relaxes against his, leaning back against him more. So cozy. It's time for a nap. I hear a chuckle behind me, and he lets go of my hand, taking a step back. No, don't take that pleasant feeling away from me. The loss is so poignant. I almost want to throw myself in his arms to feel his closeness again. Okay, damn. It's like his presence and magic have filled a hole in my soul that I didn't even know was there. My good golly. Gumdrops. A little bit, huh? Now that the feeling of completeness is gone again, I'm devastated. You're quite susceptible to light magic, I must say. Elijah's flirty tone and the smirk on his lips makes me snap out of my thoughts. I blush a deep red. I realized I wanted... What exactly did I want just now? To throw myself at him? I barely know him, and it was only his magic making me feel drawn to him. Right? My sudden yearning for Elijah had nothing to do with how handsome he is, or how much I like the sound of his voice, or the fact that he's been very kind to me so far. For sure. Stupid hormones. I didn't know that a little bit of magic could make me get all flustered over a man. I'm sorry. Don't be... I see your game. You're about to piss me off, Elijah. Don't be sorry. I quite enjoy your reactions. The fact that he likes how attracted I am to him or his magic makes the situation even worse. I want to hide under a rock. Did you notice how my magic flowed through your body? I did notice. I noticed too much, even. Yes, I did. You must convince the Golden Bow to let you access its magic. Then pull the power towards yourself and let it course through your body. Only by doing so will you be able to aim that magic with your arrow and strike the Demon Queen when the time comes. I use my staff as a way to store more magic. Even though I have magic of my own within my body, I can only use more powerful spells with the staff's help. Just like what you must do with the bow, I draw the magic of my staff into my body so I can release the power as bolts of light. The human body is a conduit for an artifact's magic. I nod, trying my best to comprehend what he's explaining. I'll try it out. Great. Let me know if you have any more questions. I have to return to my office. You can find me there whenever you need me. I quite enjoyed our meeting today. Oh, I'm sure he did. So embarrassing. After Elijah leaves, I return to practicing archery. I try to pull the bow's magic towards me like he instructed. But I can't replicate what the High Priest did. Even so, I keep trying. There's too much at stake for me to give up so easily. Okay, that's enough for today. I can't overdo it or else I won't have the strength to train for tomorrow. I do a few stretches, grab my bow, and make my way back to my room. Oh! In the palace corridor, I run into someone I hadn't expected to meet again. Greetings, Lady Celeste. George nods at me, putting a hand over his heart. I make my best attempt at a curtsy. Your Grace? Oh, George. Hey. George looks me up and down. Okay, y'all need to stop looking us up and down. His eyes show concern.
Are you doing okay?
Yes, I am.
You ran off from the ball the other night and never returned.
Ah. It's true that I embarrassed myself by running away from George and Penelope in the middle of our conversation. I was about to have an anxiety attack, so I needed to get away, but... After I met Noah in the gardens and cried my eyes out, I was too tired to rejoin the party. I didn't want to be amongst people anymore anyway, especially nobles who were just waiting for me to make a blunder.
I've been worried for you.
Now that was unexpected. Why would George worry about me? We barely know each other. I've really been okay. I get the feeling he doesn't buy my words.
Walk with me in the gardens.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to get to know one of the most important people in the Lucari Empire better. Okay. We walk for a while in silence until we reach the less frequented part of the gardens.
I've been meaning to ask you about something, but the dining table during a ball didn't seem like the right place. Could you tell me more about the demon that attacked you?
Yes, of course. It was an imp, if I recognized it correctly.
It was a small flying creature with a scorpion's tail, long horns, and sharp claws.
Yes, that's right. It had reddish gray skin and red wings with some symbols tattooed on them.
They come in various colors.
Do they?
Yes, imps are aplenty at the warfront. They have a cruel nature, seeking to play with their victims rather than outright kill them like other monstrosities. Though they're relatively easy to kill with magic or arrows, if one can keep up with their swift movements, they know how to dodge attacks well. Demons are more intelligent than humans give them credit for.
You know a lot about demons.
I'm not sure how much you know about me. I used to be the general of the Lucari Empire's army, and I fought on the warfront for years.
The general?
Yes, the highest-ranking officer in the field.
But aren't you very young to hold such an important position? George chuckles. I'm momentarily stunned when I see his beautiful, carefree smile.
You're one to judge.
Celeste just turned 18 this year. I was only 3 years older when I died. Yeah, you're right.
I'm 26.
That's ancient! Right, guys? Wow! Oh, then you're not much older than me.
You think 8 years is not much?
In this world where there are bigger age gaps between couples and arranged marriages? Wait, why am I thinking about George's love interest? He isn't asking me this question for me to consider him romantically. Depends on why you're asking.
I suppose you're right. It's just that I feel older than my age. The years I spent on the battlefield took a toll on me.
Could you tell me more about the war?
Sure, what would you like to know?
The war has been going on for a few decades now. Is it really impossible to win without the saint?
We've encountered the Demon Queen herself on numerous occasions, but we couldn't kill her with weapons or magic. Even light magic wielded by powerful priests couldn't breach her defenses. She has a dark aura shield around her that deflects all incoming attacks. Nothing has been able to get through so far. And she keeps the demon army very well organized. They obey her commands, even at the cost of their lives. Since demons value their own lives so little, they fight viciously into the death. They're a difficult opponent to face.
You've really seen the Demon Queen?
Yes, so she can change her form. One moment she's a beautiful woman, the next she's a horrifying monstrosity.
I see. After making a circle around the gardens, we return to the corridor.
I'll have to make my way back to the palace now. Duty calls. Oh, I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time. No, I wanted to talk to you. I need a break sometimes too. If you ever have more questions about the war or the Demon Queen, don't hesitate to ask me whenever we have the opportunity to talk. I'd love to learn more about your role as a general too. Enjoy your ad break. I'll also be back. Welcome back from our ad break and your sleepy break. My throat is starting to get a little bleh, so I was getting some more water. Unfortunately, even if I'm not through with the demo, I do have to head off in about half an hour because I have a meeting at 10. And I would like to start my dinner in the interim. Thank you, I'm back. What if I head pat you? And since we're on Twitch, I can do that.
I cannot be stopped. I'd love to learn more about your role as a general, too. Really? It's nice of you to be interested in me. I may or may not answer you, though, depending on the question. Okay. George clearly has his secrets, and I don't feel like I can pressure him for answers. He's already shared some useful information with me today anyway. What? What do you mean? Okay, thank you for talking to me.
It was a pleasure. And Lady Celeste, I know you carry a heavy burden now, having the responsibility of the Saintess on your shoulders, but don't be so hard on yourself. You're trying your best.
Thank you. We say our goodbyes and part ways. I found George very intimidating at first, considering his high position in the noble society, but he's actually a kind man, isn't he? As I return to my room, I'm again faced with an unexpected encounter.
Celeste, fancy running into you again.
I fear I can't see the same, Your Grace.
And here I was, waiting for the opportunity to apologize to you.
Apologize?
Quite unexpected of me, isn't it?
Well, I'm glad you finally changed your mind about teasing me, Your Grace.
About teasing you? You mean the way I'm keeping you on your toes? We both know that's quite entertaining for both of us.
No way!
But no, I wanted to say sorry about the other day in the garden. I was overly dramatic.
Aren't you always?
You could say that. Still, we can certainly agree that putting a sword to your throat is on another level than our usual conversations, or even the way I act towards Mother. Should I give you two some privacy? You don't have to, Tarek. I don't think I properly introduced you to Celeste.
She's the head of the palace guards, isn't she?
That's not what I meant. Tarek is also like a mother to me. She's been my personal guard since I was little, before I promoted her to be my right hand, the person who keeps order in the palace on my behalf. She's a very important person to me, my link to my Durendi legacy. It always warms my heart when you speak so highly of me. How could I not? You've always supported me, even when I had nobody to rely on.
Your father, the late Emperor Consort, died when you were young, right? Since the Empress didn't have a good relationship with Noah, he had no other person he could call family. It's not surprising that he came to treat Tarek, his personal guard, as family. I already knew that much from the book, but seeing Noah admit of his love for Tarek still warms my heart. There's more to Noah than just annoyingly flirting with me, that's for sure.
Yes, my father died when I was 6. I can't say I even remember his face that well. If not for the family portraits, I would have already forgotten the way he looked. Because every day when I stare in the mirror, I only see my mother's features. Her face, her hair color, the way we smiled are all the same. The only thing I inherited from my father is the color of my eyes and my slightly darker complexion.
Noah glances at Tarek.
Sometimes I wish I could have more proof of my southern legacy than just skin that looks tanned and an eye color unusual for the Lokari.
Tarek's expression turns sad. She looks at Noah with both love and pity in her eyes. I too feel what Noah said deeply. Of course he wants to know more about his father's side of the family, about his roots. It's not easy to be a person of mixed race, especially without family who can teach you about your culture. I'm glad Tarek was there for you, Your Grace.
So am I. That's why, Celeste, I may sometimes be overly dramatic, flamboyant even. It's the way I deal with the world. But that doesn't mean I'm not sincere when I apologize to you. I really am sorry for the other day. I didn't mean to scare you.
It's okay. I'm not that mad about it anymore.
But you are still a little angry.
A little.
Very well, I can accept that. I often find that anger is a great source of motivation to drive one forward. I hope you'll use that energy well. Just don't go overboard with being mad at me. I wouldn't want your anger to turn into resentment.
All right. Noah and Tarek escort me to my family's apartment where we say our goodbyes. The more I learn about Noah, the more I realize how human he is. He's a multifaceted individual, not just a character in a story, but a real person. We're all real people. I mustn't forget that fact. Is your training going well? In the evening, Eurydice comes by my room. I'm happy to have her company. Eurydice has always been a ray of sunshine in Celeste's life. I'm glad the two of them have such a good relationship. I feel like an imposter by pretending to be Celeste in front of her twin sister. She hasn't figured out I'm someone else yet, though, so I'll continue acting for as long as I can. Not really. I let out a long sigh and tell Eurydice about my training. I don't understand what the High Priest means about accessing the Golden Bow's magic. Every time I try to think about the artifact letting me share in some godly power, nothing happens. It's frustrating. Elijah showed me how it can feel to receive the magic, but I can't reproduce the results. I have no affinity for magic. I don't understand what to do. Don't pressure yourself too much. It's only been a few hours since you even found out how light magic is used. You're right. I should be more patient. I'm just annoyed because the golden bow is so clunky in its design that aiming is hard as well. I glare at the offending object which rests next to my bed. It's like the golden bow is actively resisting me. I don't think that's possible. Elijah said the golden bow is semi-sentient. Well, it did have the will to choose its saint. I always thought choosing was all it could do, though, except for killing the Demon Queen and acting as a normal weapon. The golden bow is a mystery, that's for sure. I let out a long sigh. And then I head pet Connie. You should take some time off to relax. I can't, not when I know I have so little time to train. You're not going to be any good at learning how to wield the bow if you just train constantly. The human body and mind have to take breaks from time to time. I know what we should do. Lady Penelope is organizing a tea party in the Royal Gardens in 3 days. Who's Lady Penelope? I remember. She's the purple-haired lady who didn't like us. The Duchess of Ventus. I look through Celeste's memories but come up with no information about the Duchess or Ventus. I have no idea whom you're talking about. You sat next to her during the last ball. I feel myself going pale, then red. Duchess Penelope was the one who wanted me to embarrass myself further during dinner. That's not a good idea. I don't want to go to her tea party. No, definitely not. The Duchy of Ventus is known for its lavender fields and beautiful gardens. They also make the best honey in the Empire. Now that you're the Saintess, the Duchess invited us to her tea party. Many other important people will be there too. All the more reason why I shouldn't go. Please, Lady Letitia asked me to convince you to come. Duchess Letitia is a friend of Eurydice. Her family I know. They own vast fields, and the people working for them produce the majority of grain in the Empire. Letitia is kind and compassionate. She took Eurydice into her entourage 2 years ago, elevating Eurydice's status in society. Celeste feels indebted to the Duchess. But I don't. I have no desire to go to Lady Penelope's tea party and further embarrass myself. Excuse me. Lady Letitia said that now that you have such a high standing in society, you should take part in the politics of the Empire more often, Celeste. You're going on the quest now, but once you return home, you will still be the Saintess. Nope, I'm never coming home. I'm never coming back. Nope, 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 nope! You have the chance to be very influential, if you use your opportunities correctly. Nothing bad will happen with myself and Lady Letitia around. Please, Celeste. When Eurydice begs me like this, I find her pleas hard to refuse. I don't want to go. But she has a point. I am planning to survive the mission. That fact means I'll have a future life beyond just fighting against the Demon Queen. I will return to the palace, and then I'll have to hone my etiquette skills. I don't want to end up an important player in the politics of the Empire, but I also don't want to become an embarrassment to both myself and my sister. Alright, I'll go. With a heavy heart, I agree to Eurydice's request. Really? Yes, really. Don't ask me again or I might change my mind. Eurydice grabs my hands and jumps up and down, squealing. Now you're the one not acting like a noble lady. They're cute. They're so cute. Excuse me, sorry. I felt like I had to sneeze, but I did not. Oh, come on. Don't pretend like you care about acting prim and proper now. Thank you, Celeste. I have a bad feeling about the tea party. Now that I've agreed to go through, I'll have to keep my word and do so no matter what. Oh, no. The next day, I'm returning from training when I witness a commotion in front of the doors to the throne room. People dressed in rags and with burns on their bodies and badly bandaged wounds push against the guards, who stand between the crowd and the entrance to the grand hall. What? What's going on? Stop pushing. We need to see the Empress. Please, let us through. Mom, I'm so hungry. Hush, love. I'll get you some food soon. I turn around to look at Levi. Any idea what's going on here? No, but it may be worth asking about if you wish. I'll keep you safe. I nod. I want to find out what's wrong and how I can help. I approach the crowd from behind and tap one of the men on the shoulder. He turns around and gives me a desperate look. My lady, please help us. What's happening? Who are you? We're refugees from Barwood, a town that was a mere hour's ride from the front lines. But 2 months ago, the demons reached our homes. They burned our beloved town to the ground. Yes, it's as my wife says. Barwood is nothing but ash and ruins now. We took our families and walked all the way to the capital on foot to seek the help of our benevolent ruler. But our benevolent ruler doesn't even want to see us. I look past them to see the throng of refugees crowding around the guards, pressing closer to the throne room entrance. The Empress sucks. The Empress sucks. This is stressful. It's stressful. It's stressful. It's stressful. Why is she like this? Man. How long have you been waiting for an audience? Since morning. We've run out of supplies and money. We're hungry. I wouldn't call the Empress a kind ruler, so I'm not shocked that she doesn't give a damn about the refugees. If she hasn't wanted to see them since morning, I doubt she ever will. I have no idea how to break the news to the couple. They're looking at me with such expectancy. I want to help them. No, I will help them. Levi, can you run to the kitchen and bring water and some bread and butter for the refugees? If the kitchen staff don't want to cooperate, tell them the SAINTESS sent you. I'll go talk to Prince Noah. Maybe he could help or at least tell me what else we can do for the refugees. Yes, my lady. Levi bows to me and runs off. You're the SAINTESS, my lady. The SAINTESS! What I see in the eyes of the crowd now is reverence, and the emotion scares me. I'm just me, Celeste. I don't feel like a holy person. Still, I suddenly understand what the SAINTESS means to the common folk. The people step closer, extending their arms to grab me. I grow afraid. Levi's not with me. I gotta go. I'll be back with help soon. I turn around and bolt away from the crowd, running as quickly as my feet can carry me. The SAINTESS means so many different things to different people. A savior,
A noble of high standing? A perfect archer? Yet why do I feel like none of these titles suit me? Still, I want to help the refugees, so I run to Noah's office. Noah's secretary leads me into the office for the prince's meeting with Carrick. Lady Celeste declares Saintess at the Golden Bow. I curtsy quickly and sloppily. Noah's office is spacious with a large green rug in the middle and several pieces of expensive-looking artwork on the walls. I'm not interested in the decor right now, though. Oh, but isn't this Saintess? You look radiant today. Must be... Don't start now, Noah. Noah drops his usual smirk, sensing that I'm serious. What's going on? I met a group of refugees from Barwood in front of the throne room. They've been waiting for an audience with the Empress since morning. They're thirsty, hungry, and have festering, badly tended wounds. There are men, women, and small children there, whole families who have run here from the battlefront. Yet the Empress doesn't want to see them. Please help, Noah. Noah gives me a long look, his expression angry. Even from my mother, this sort of behavior is too much. I agree with him, but it's not my place to say anything. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention. I'll do anything in my power to help them. I'll find the refugees new homes in the capital, and I will make sure they're fed. Thank you, Noah. What is the palace guard doing when there's so many people in need here? The guard is protecting the entrance to the throne room. That's... I'll have to have a word with William. Clearly the Empress doesn't want to deal with the refugees. Celeste, could I ask you for a favor? What is it? Can you go by the priest's office and summon a healer or two who can tend to the refugees? I would send one of my own people, but I'm not sure who's on the side of the Empress and who's loyal to me anymore. I think the matter of the refugees should be taken up quietly, behind my mother's back. Tarek will help me arrange accommodations and food for the refugees, but I would like them to be healed as well. I don't trust anybody else not to blabber about what we're doing. Of course, I can go to the church wing and talk to the priests. I'm sure they'll be happy to help once they're aware of the matter. I nod, say my goodbyes, and leave the office. I've never been to the wing of the palace where the priests reside, and neither is Celeste, so I ask a servant for directions. Soon I find the door to the priest's office. I knock. Come in. My gosh, things are escalating, gamers. I enter the lavishly decorated room. To the left, numerous cabinets support shelf upon shelf of thick-spined books, while a large, beautiful painting hangs on the opposite wall. 3 people sit behind desks. To my left, a green-haired man with a scowl on his face is looking through the large stacks of papers, not sparing me a glance. His table is decorated with shining crystals. How curious. To the right, a priestess with curly red hair looks up from the architectural plans of a huge building where she's been drawing something with red ink. She gives me a pleasant smile. And at the podium in the back is Elijah's desk. The high priest gives me a surprised look when he sees me. You've come to visit me so soon, Saintess. That's the Saintess? The woman looks me up and down, then smiles again. I'm happy to finally meet you. I'm Meredith, overseer of the construction of the cathedral in Solis. I didn't even know there was a cathedral being built in the capital. Further evidence of how little Celeste cares about anything other than hunting and horse riding. The Saintess, huh? I'm Gareth, Elijah's right hand. Gareth barely spares me a glance. He must be really busy with organizing his paperwork. I'm here because I want to ask you a favor, High Priest. It's fine to call me Elijah. How can I help? I look at Gareth and Meredith, unsure if I should speak while they're here. Gareth and Meredith are my most trusted people. You can tell me anything you need in their presence. Is something wrong? I guess if Elijah thinks it's fine, then I'm okay to speak with his 2 subordinates around us. A crowd of refugees has gathered outside the throne room. They've come from Barwood near the battlefront and want an audience with the Empress. They wish to ask her for help. They have nothing but what they managed to salvage from their town before it burned. They're hungry and badly wounded, but the Empress doesn't want to see them. Please, Elijah, could you use your light magic to heal their wounds? Of course I will. You don't have to ask me twice. Gareth, you will come with me. What? But the paperwork. The documents can wait. I know how much you hate having to organize them anyway. Healing's not a break, but I'll help. Gareth gets up from his seat and grabs 2 heavy bags from underneath his desk. Supplies to clean wounds and apply medicine the non-magical way. Let's go. Meredith, please take care of the office while we're away. Of course.
Elijah, Gareth, and I leave the priest's office and walk to the corridor in front of the throne room. Both Noah and Levi have returned. Levi and other servants are distributing water and bread from the kitchen to all the people in need. Wearing a serious expression on his face, Noah talks with the couple I spoke to earlier. Tarek takes notes from the conversation on a notepad, her quill moving quickly and efficiently. As soon as Elijah and Gareth see the extent of the refugees' injuries, they throw themselves into action, starting with the most seriously wounded. Their hands glow as they use their healing magic. Is there anything that I can do to help? Well, unfortunately, we're gonna have to leave it here for today. I would like to come back to this extended demo in the near future, but it is not today for me. I want to try and get my dinner started before my meeting. But thank you for hanging out. Thanks for checking out the extended demo with me. Check it out yourselves on Steam if you'd like. Follow Transparent Games on Kickstarter because they're going to have one going up. We'll see more what's going on in this extended demo and story next time. But for now, for tonight, I'm going to head off. I hope you all have a good rest of your night, your time zone, what have you. I give the head pats around here. Take care, be good, I'll see you soon, see ya.